Hi, in this video, I will show you how I created this logo. This logo is for Riel Casimero, also known as Quadro. He's a very famous boxer here in the Philippines right now. The main concept is very simple. Quadro is 4 aces, so a letter Q plus 4 ace equals this concept. The concept also resembles the old X-Men logo, which is great since he is often called the Beast. I further discuss it on my blog. You can check it out if you are interested. So let's get started. Let's first import the sketch. And let's zoom out a bit. And then let's resize page to selection. And then let's lock it up so that it won't move. Next, let's grab the circle tool and create an object. Make sure to hold Control to create a circle. And then let's resize it to 1000 pixels. Next, let's give it a black stroke. Remove its fill. And then let's change its opacity to 75%. And then let's go to Fill and Stroke dialog, go to Stroke Style, and change its stroke width to 150 pixels. Next, let's convert it to path by going to Path, Object to Path. Let's center it to the page by opening the Align and Distribute dialog, and let's center it on vertical axis and horizontal axis. Next, let's grab the pen tool and create a path. But let's enable snapping first. Go to advanced mode. And then let's disable bounding boxes, paths, and alignment. And let's enable object midpoints and object rotation centers. So we can now create the path. Make sure to snap on this midpoint or on the center of the circle, and then press and hold Control and lock it on 45 degrees, and then click again to create another node, and then right click to finish the path. Next, let's move this node here while maintaining the angle. So let's grab the node tool, select this node, and while pressing Ctrl Alt, let's drag it up until it reaches here. Next, let's grab the selector tool, and while this spot is selected, let's duplicate it, and then let's flip it horizontally, and let's move it here. Make sure to snap on the midpoint of the circle or on the page. Next, let's select them all, and then let's convert these strokes to path by going to Path, Stroke to Path. Next, let's trim this unnecessary part here. So let's grab the pen tool and create a path. Make sure to snap on this node, and then while pressing Control, let's create another node here. And then let's move this node here while pressing Control. Next, let's move it down by 20 pixels to create an overshoot. So let's open the transform dialog and let's move it 20 pixels down. Let's change display mode to outline to see if it's enough. So it's enough. Let's go back to normal view. And then while this path is selected, let's continue it to create a shape. So let's grab the pen tool and let's continue this path to create this shape. Next, let's duplicate it and then let's shift select this object to add it on the selection, and then let's go to path difference. Select this object and this object and go to path difference. Let's repeat the process here. So let's grab the pen tool, create a path. Let's move this node here. Let's move it up by 20 pixels. And then let's grab the pen tool and continue the path to create this shape like this. And then let's duplicate it. Select this object, then go to path difference. Select this object and this object, and then go to path difference. Next, let's create these negative spaces here to emphasize the letter Q. We can achieve this with the offset path effect. So let's duplicate this object. Let's give it a different color. And then let's create a throwaway shape like this. And then let's shift select this object to add it to the selection, and then go to path intersection. So we can now offset this object. So let's open the path effects dialog, and then let's add offset path effect, and then let's give it an offset of 150 divided by 2, since the original stroke we use is 150 pixels. And then let's convert it to path by going to path, object to path, and let's add this object to the selection, and then go to path difference. Finally, let's select all objects, and then let's bring back the opacity to 100% and go to path union. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.